Oh, hey, we are live now. Hello, ladies and the gentlemen and the non-binary hoes. Hello, I am the Trisky who runs the channel and uses the a little bit too often. Hope you are all having a good one. We are going to do some Warhammer Fantasy 4th Edition today. First things first, you may notice that our human mercenary boyo is missing. Ken is currently absent at the moment. He has some things going on over the weekend. We already knew about this in advance, so it is just going to be myself, Fluff, who finally has a new computer and can actually do stuff without us having to be a proxy for them. So yay. And then we have our lovely GM Marius. So both of you say hi.
Hi.
I'm here.
Yes. And we fixed your microphone before the stream. What a fucking concept.
Oh my god.
But with that in mind, a little summary of last time. Murder Chaos Dwarfs. Mange lost an ear. We got fucked up a decent bit. And our Daemonette friend, or Daemonette in training, got a little bit more Daemonette-y because Alex now has purple skin, as you may be able to see on the overlay if you're watching via YouTube and not just podcasting this. But
Yep.
other than that, we went back home, and now we have the session. Cricket.
Yeah.
Off to you,
Cricket.
Mr. GM.
But yeah, per short, you just killed some Chaos Dwarf last session, and do you want to keep the Hell Cannon in the building or outside?
There's no real proper, place to put it inside the building, and trying to push that thing through a door would be annoying, so just leave it outside and lock it with, a bike chain or some shit. I don't know.
I mean, it already has a bunch of chains attached to it, so...
Yeah, just chain it to the wall.
Chain it to the wall, and hope that it doesn't start killing things on its own. Fair?
Yep.
Other than that, yeah, pretty good description of what happened last session. You lost an ear. Alexandria
Alex is purple.
had a fucking another professional game of Twister.
Yeah, it's very. It's a esports Twister.
And
Yeah,
from that,
and then they had
he
an ice
got
cream social
her
after.
fucking skin color changed. Because
Slanesh is looking favorably upon this bitch.
her gifts, I suppose. But yeah, this session will probably be a bit slower, and less stuff will happen because we are missing a player. But I will first like to ask anything I would like to do around the new house. Anything else other than curse that fucking dwarf name for taking out your ear.
Well, of course, the first thing we have to do with sorry, every now and then I will be holding down the button to talk, but if I have the window for OBS, actually selected, it doesn't work for some reason. It cancels out the hotkeys, so I was trying to talk and it didn't, so I had to click on another window. Anyway, now that that's over with, one of the first things we should do to properly break in the new home a little bit is do a proper ritual to the Great Horned Rat.
Fair.
So we subsequently, very probably, took a good amount of blood from some of the dwarves that we murdered. And have brought it in makeshift vials and containers back to the house, and have now made up a circle with the symbol of the Skaven that we were at, triangle, and some other things that we thought were funny to draw on the ground nearby it, and then we just had a nice little ritual.
Yep.
But that's the first major thing that Mange does. Otherwise, probably just generic breaking in of the house itself, and then Mange is going to once again grow concerned with the fact that he doesn't have basically any ammo left. So getting more ammunition, and preferably a more constant source of ammunition, if at all possible, is becoming a pressing matter for him.
I mean, the only thing you might think doing is the only thing that you could do for like actually getting ammunition is teaching your Skaven slaves how to do it, but even then you barely know how to do that yourself, so that or
Yeah,
you
I'm not a
can
proper engineer yet.
that or you can send your gutter runner to basically see if there is a warren being made for of under Mordheim and try to get in contact with Clan Scryer to see if there's any deal he could make.
I mean, if I wanted specifically warp ammunition, yes, that would be the path to go. Otherwise, I would have to find warp ammunition around the ground and some black powder to use. And my main concern right now isn't as much the warp zone, because I have some. I have a decent amount that I could use. What I need is the gunpowder. And I don't have anything of the sort.
Yeah.
So I would more likely send the gutter runner to go looking about the nearby area to see if he can locate any signs of what may have been some form of gun-based place, like a store, a like armory, a barracks, something of the sort that may have been in the area whatsoever. Little does Mange know that this area of the city is probably not the best place to look for things, but he'll send him nonetheless.
Mm, roll me a D100 to see if he manages to stumble into anything useful.
No.
Not really. At best, he comes back with some spent cartridges, pretty much.
Mange finds
Or
this
really,
undesirable. But
yeah.
otherwise, that's about it for what Mange is mainly focusing on when he gets back. Since he doesn't have ammo, he can't really plot out any sort of like loot raid or anything of the sort, because he doesn't have a reliable means of defense to get himself out of stuff, because his best asset is his gun skills.
Yep. Also because you did want to paint the Horned Rat. He's being he's behind the tile thing though, so for some reason. Hmm. I'll find out how to fix that later. Oh well. Yeah, that works. That's
Huzzah.
perfect. Huzzah. That's also way more fitting for our design of this campaign. Anyways, hey Fluff,
Yeah. Yeah, what's up?
what does Alex do after recovering?
I don't know how much downtime do we have here.
I mean, you have a bit of free time now that you are, by yourself, kinda, and you don't have any immediate problems, seemingly.
Are they good for round 2? Let's keep the fucking Twister game going, guys. You guys aren't tired yet, are you? Little pussies.
I think that you would honestly kill them with a round 2 by what is Alex's standards at this point.
Well, I guess I just asked them straight up. What, are you pussies? Come on. You gotta have more stamina than that.
What, are
Do
you
a
pussies?
charm.
Yes, walks away.
Do a charm test,
Charm test, you got it. Alright.
or so, with some new match vigor, they somehow managed to get up and just continue for a second round. I'm giving you one more point of corruption for that.
Hooray.
Also, Mage, I'm gonna give you your resolve back because you made a bloody.
Wait, aren't I down back to 0 corruption? So that's just 1 corruption now?
No, it only gives you. It only goes back to. Your corruption gets reduced by your willpower bonus
Ooh. Alright, so I'm up to
when you
5
get a
then?
mutation. 4, because that's what you're at after I gave you one.
Oh, got it. I'm at 4. Got it.
Yeah. Also, I feel like it's a time that you haven't really used it in this campaign yet, but you remember how you have a long ass tongue?
Mm-hmm.
Well, during that game of Twister, you felt like you've had a bit more control over it.
Nice.
So now instead of just having a long ass tongue, you have a froggy long ass tongue.
Oh, so I can like snap it out and grab shit.
Yeah.
That's perfect. Do I get an attack stat for my tongue?
I'll allow you to
Attack,
grapple
stat,
with
block.
it.
Fucking whip.
I mean, actually, there is a fucking thing for a tongue. Hold on. There is like, yeah.
There it is.
Bro,
There
Slaneshi
was
demons exist. Of course there's shit for a tongue.
There is one tongue attack range, and I swear there was another thing similar to it.
Alright. I don't know how to add things to my melee and ranged weapons.
The way Foundry normally does it is click and drag, but it's very possible that you might not just have access to it, so he has to do it for you in this case.
Mm.
Yeah. But yeah, tongue attack. It should be added in your something talents. Yep, it's in
Oh.
creature traits in talents. I'm
Creature
gonna give you a range of 10 for now.
trait.
And on your turn, you can do a free attack by spending 1 advantage with this now.
What's its attack stat? Please
It
tell me
doesn't.
it's... Or like, what does it roll for attack?
Oh,
Everything
this
rolls
is
a
a range
1d100,
attack that
but
does damage equal to its rating. The range in the brackets.
Ah.
I'll leave it at the 6 because fun is the natural number for now. And I will say that you can only use it in like melee range because or close enough to it.
Mm.
You cannot snipe someone with your tongue, unfortunately.
Not
For
yet.
now.
Not
Exactly.
yet.
delusions of grandeur this Slaneshi bitch has.
Hmm.
Tongue attack. Tongue protect.
But most importantly,
Tongue. Go.
Brazzers logo. Moving on.
and you're the one saying that you're trying to avoid. Anyways. Uh moving on, Mange.
Yep.
Your gutter runner would have spotted that while scouting out the area, it would have it caught a slight scent of a man thing, or at least it thinks it was that. It was uh, it wanted to follow, but it isn't sure what the smell was, but it was pretty disgusting to it. And I want to mention that this is disgusting for Skaven specifically. So it could be fucking I don't know, perfume that Alex would like to get at one point, probably. For what you could know.
Strange thing smells disgusting to rats who live in their own feces and dirt. Worth investigating and eradicating or looting. I don't know. Mange is just at this point trying to find something to do. So,
Eradicating.
shut the. All right, moving on.
Good work, Fluff. Good work.
God damn it.
The ultimate form of Slanesh. Dad joke.
You torturous sumbitch. But yeah, I would likely just be eager to investigate whatever the hell this is, because it does sound like something that is worth doing when I have nothing else to do as mange right now.
Well, first off, roll me one more, actually two tests for your rest and recover wounds.
Alright, that's a little bed thing by my
Yep.
icon, right? A second.
Yep. I do want losing wounds to be a slight problem, but not too much of one.
Ooh. You said 2, so that's
Yep.
6 wounds. And none, so I'm up to 9 out of 12.
Nice.
I strain myself in the second half when I'm painting the symbol for the rat god.
Do you take anyone else to investigate with you?
I go with the gutter runner, and probably just to make things a little bit more interesting, as I'm going out, I probably run by the ice cream social and just like, hey, weird thing, lady won't come.
Alex?
Why not? Yes.
Mange was walking by and is on his way out to go investigate this strange scent that even makes the Skaven sort of scoff and disgusted. And as he's walking by your ice cream social, he interrupts and asks if you want to come along.
Yes. I would like to come. Thank you. Hello.
Hello. Yes. All right.
Okay, we're good?
We're good.
Okay. Yes, I'll come along. I'll follow Mange.
Do you come?
Already did that. Shut the fuck up. Moving along.
Moving along. Uh, uh, to go a bit on the shorter side, you go back to the areas the gutter runner explored. Mostly more dilapidated buildings and all of that, and also mostly the rest of it is just remains of Alex's unholy rituals, quote unquote.
So what's the smell Alex is doing all along?
Now, both of you give me a perception test.
Yeah, okay.
All right. Barely notice it. Marginal success. 57-58.
Perception.
You should find it in skills.
Base skills near the bottom, I believe.
Yep.
Oh, there we are.
You're having a better time than me right now.
So while Mange is busy scoffing at the smell, whatever it is. Alex, you believe that you managed to catch the... You're pretty sure that you saw a figure just around the corner leaving.
Mange, over there.
Just like pinch nose.
Over there. There's a... I think
Mange
that's the
looks at
thing
the
you're
spot.
looking for.
Mange squints his eyes, looks at the spot, and then just sort of shrugs and starts scurrying over slowly and quietly.
As you scurry over, you soon put your eyes upon the figure, which you still cannot fully make out what it looks like, but it slightly seems to turn around and it starts booking it after it sees you.
Get back there, Redfin! Scurry, follow.
Alex, do you also try to go full on the chase or just staying back with Mange?
I guess we'll go on with the chase.
I'm asking if you are just trying to stay with Mange, or are you trying to straight up put effort into actually catching him?
Probably stay with Mange.
Alright. Both of you give me an athletics test with a +10. One of you because Skaven, the other because Elf.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm fast as fuck, boy! That's 6
No.
out of 66 for those of you just listening. Athletics is at the very top of core skills.
Okay,
Or basic skills.
no. 10. There. Please. There. I think. Go.
Yeah, you don't have
You
as
are
much
going to
athletics,
be,
do you?
You're going to be slightly behind Mange,
Shit.
but otherwise, Mange with some unnatural force, you seem propelled to chase after the figure quicker, and by the horn's rat blessing, he also stumbles on a loose rock somewhere, and you manage to tackle him, or whatever other way you'd prefer of catching someone.
Tackle would be, how big is it compared to me as I approach?
It's an average human.
Alright, more like, stand over it with a gun pointed at it. A loaded gun. Stop something!
So do you just aim the gun at him and tell him to stop, or?
Yeah, I'm not going to physically try and pin a guy. I'm not, like, melee-focused and melee-centric, so that's not really my niche.
So the guy stops and he turns around and you spot the figure which you may or may not have seen in Man-Thing cities before, of a plague doctor. And in one of his hands he's holding a vial, and he'll speak to you. If you shoot me with that, I'll release a disease which will take your far off your bones.
Mange looks at him and then just sort of laughs. Man-Thing threatened rat with disease! What's Man-Thing think?
Alex starts running in the other direction.
You just start booking it.
Yeah, I'm leaving. I'm not taking any fucking chances. Man, you just see as Alex just books it. It's like, no, no. I very much like my skin.
Mange just sort of shrugs in response to this, not really caring too much about her response.
Well, it seems like one of your friends has made the has decided to run.
What
Uh,
is friend?
he chuckles slightly as Ketch comes up next to him and just keeps his shurikens in hand.
What man thing do here? Why make bad
Those
smell?
those cultists you killed a day or two ago. I was I I was using them for my own purposes. I don't particularly mind that you killed them. They're a bit too jolly for my taste. What I do mind is that you took something from them which was mine.
Well, mine now.
Hmm. Well, yours. If you get to live to keep it, that is. And
Mange pulls the trigger on his gun and fires at his shoulder that's holding the vial.
are you sure you want to do that? No. Actually, this is a good opportunity for you to get rid of some corruption with uh so for some reason in this system, the way of getting rid of corruption is doing small betrayals.
Interesting.
So in this, I will make it so that instead you hear some sort of whispers promising you to aid you if you do not pull that trigger. So if you do not shoot him, I will get rid of one corruption for you.
Alright, I won't shoot him. Mange instead quickly steps forward and tries to kick the vial as hard as possible out of his hands and further away.
You're at 5 corruption now. Uh, I'm
May I
thinking
roll an
between
athletics to punt kick this
or
guy?
weapon skill.
Yeah, athletics is
This
going
is
to be better
more.
in this case.
I'm not sure if I want you to roll athletics or weapon skill. I would say weapon skill with a +10 because this is more like hand-to-hand combat still. It's a really specific thing you're trying to do.
I will use a fortune to give myself one success on that. So, succeed by 1.
Yeah.
I rolled a 35 out of 32. My weapon skill is not good compared to my athletics because I'm a gunner, not a fighter.
Yeah. I assume that you're trying to kick it out of his hand, of course.
I am trying to kick it out of his hand and far away. Pulling
I
a
will
Charlie
say with
Brown,
that is
except he
that
doesn't get to pull it away.
yeah. You go to kick him and kick him in the hand, and he somehow slips, and the vial seems to break but a few meters away. And your gutter runner responds by throwing a shuriken into his shoulder.
I make sure to back away a few steps from the vial while keeping my gun traced on the guy.
Eh,
Man,
well, I was hoping
think
that
not to threaten me!
well, I was hoping that they would have been here sooner. But good, tiny. But this is a good enough time as any for you to get chased by my hounds. And as he says that, you can pick up a scent which is a bit more familiar than his finally.
Okay,
But
mage
then-
board, shoot him straight in the head. He's not giving
Sir,
me any
I'm
more
describing
information.
things. Sir, I'm describing the situation.
You are describing
Please
things.
be
Mage cares not
patient.
for your GM-ness. Nah, go ahead.
Okay, a lightning bolt strikes the mage and he's
Nah,
dead.
you're
Make a
fine.
new character.
You're fine. Go ahead. Sorry.
Uh, soon enough, you start to feel a more familiar smell. That of disease as two figures with two dog-like figures come around the corner, decayed and decaying though, with their rotten out of their rotten hands coming a large song. As you are getting, as two beasts of Nurgle are starting to set upon you, what do you plan on doing?
Shoot this guy in the face and run.
Roll a ballistic.
Would this be just straight up ballistics or range black powder?
I'll say ballistics for this.
Alright.
Hiccups.
I reroll. There we go. Well, I hit him in the body instead of the head, but I get something out of it.
You shoot him in the body and he slumps over, and I assume that yeah, I'm pretty sure that you did mention that you're gonna run the fuck away now.
Yeah,
Yep,
I've been running for a while now.
You've been running. At this point, I said I was going to shoot him and then fucking bolt. And I very quickly yell at my compatriot to do the same, though I'm assuming, considering Skaven nature, he's already running.
So
He's already running.
he's probably been running for a second before you because you stood your time to shoot him. But yeah, roll an athletics to see if you manage to just get away clearly or you have to get home.
It
Yeah,
looks like a success.
Yeah. Most demons of Nurgle anything are just kind of slow. So while these are dogs, they do have a hard time chasing after you and Skaven running away. And there aren't a lot of things which are faster than a Skaven running away.
Yeah, it's sort of in our element.
So before we go back to you arriving home, hey Fluff,
Yeah.
what is the first thing you do when you get back?
I'm watching for Mange and then planning to just shut and lock the door as soon as he gets in.
Reminder that you do have a big ass cannon.
That is true. I tell everyone to load the cannon and bring it up to the door.
So yeah, York just shoves another dwarf corpse which he hasn't bothered eating. Puts it in the cannon and it starts to blare up. And you just start aiming it down the
Yeah, right
street
at
you
the
ran
door.
from.
Right at the door. And I'm gonna wait until Mange comes in, and then I'm gonna fire it behind him. Oh, well, I'm gonna have someone else fire it behind him, because my ballistic skill is shit. But I'm gonna have it all ready.
Who do you want to choose? The executioner who only uses melee weapons, the ogre, or the Skaven slaves?
I think I'm gonna wait for Mange to get here. He's like the only one who can shoot this fucking thing.
Fair.
Oh, what's the ballistic skill of the Skaven slaves?
I'm assuming not good.
It's a
30.
30, so it's actually passable.
Yours
Average?
also has a 30.
Yeah, it's average. They both have average.
The executioner actually has more.
Really?
Funny.
Oh, that's fucked.
But yeah, sprinting back home after having shot the master of these beasts of Nurgle in the torso, it's because I missed the face. But hey,
So you start booking it, and Alex, do you almost pull the trigger when you spot the mage around the corner of the trigger of the hell cannon? I mean,
No, I'm not putting my finger on the trigger. I know I don't trust myself too with these Slaneshi fingers of mine.
real.
They are very inclined for fast movement.
Uh, what is the first thing you tell mage when he appears?
Get behind the cannon and shoot it. I don't know how to fucking work this thing.
don't need to tell me twice. Just like fucking vaults over whatever is in between, like the top of the cannon and lands behind it.
Yeah.
Aims
You
at
don't.
the general direction that they were chasing him in.
Yeah. You don't need to roll for this because you just fire it in the general direction of there, and one of the buildings just comes crumbling apart in the way and completely
Mage run!
covers that street.
Mage runs!
They dead?
Ah, ah.
What do you mean you don't know?
Do you see corpse, man thing?
I mean, no.
Then how the fuck hell should I know?
I guess good point. I'm still worried.
Just annoying little piece of discount horned rat.
I see. Do you see
Uh.
every Chaos God as a discount horned rat?
Your god no do what my god does at all. Not discount, just bootleg.
Ah, gotcha.
Bootleg. Uh, Also, both of you give me a perception with a -20.
Minus 20.
Yes,
Oh,
you're
okay.
kind of distracted.
Ba-ba-ba.
Modifier -20.
No,
Marginal success
yeah.
for me.
definitely not me.
Zinch no, spoilers. Mange, as you talk with Alex, you smell a man thing and some warpstone behind you. I assume that you aim your gun in that direction.
Immediately point around and look that way, yeah.
Behind you is a somewhat familiar figure of a Zinchian sorcerer with many tentacles instead of legs. As you turn around, he tells you, Zinches blow balls.
What about him?
That that sure did went in a direction I did not expect of you.
What?
The plague doctor.
Oh shit! You pulled some Zinchian shit on us, didn't you? I honestly don't know how I didn't expect this.
Man-Thing was
No.
insulting me. Man-Thing was not giving me info. Me shoot Man-Thing.
I'm not pulling any strings here. I'm simply here to inform your sorry hides of the trouble you are getting yourselves into. Also, you should consider yourself lucky, Haven, for it seems that his disease hasn't touched you.
Mane just sort of is like picking his ear as he's saying this.
Yeah.
Mange has the most nonchalant, like, uncaring kind of look to him because he doesn't really understand the gravity of the situation at all.
He face palms with a third arm he didn't realize he had there before on his non-existent facial features. And continues to mention, if you are lucky, that would have been Nargle's rot. If you are less lucky, that would have been a new experiment he was concocting.
Mm. And Mage continues to pick at his ear, just looks at him, just unaware.
He just says, and.
The sorcerer turns around to
Oh.
the sorcerer turns around to Alex because
Obviously, Mange isn't giving him anything useful yet.
yeah.
Well, we didn't exactly have a choice.
Well, I suppose it could have been worse. He could have trapped you instead.
Shut up, nun lady! You run immediately!
Yeah, well, yeah.
Even
I didn't
Skaven was
really-
braver than Lady Madthing!
Hey, you don't need to worry about your very delicate skin getting damaged. So,
Doesn't bloody matter!
it does, in fact, matter.
Randomly, the sorcerer now has glasses and says, actually, you would have been fine thanks to your mutation.
Oh, yeah. Wait, how do you know about that?
Mane just, like, jumps up and takes the glasses off of him. Oh, no Redditors!
As you ask that, he just kind of stares at you.
Oh, yeah, Zinch. Figured. Should have figured.
Yeah. You know, I could grant you more if you wanted to. Although they would be from the Master of Mutation instead of the Prince.
I'd prefer to keep my mutations with the prince. No offense to Zinch.
Understood. Surprising that you have one of these laying around. And he says this looking at the Hell Cannon.
Oh yeah, we stole it off some Chaos Dwarves.
It's go boom! It hurt!
Yeah, we just fired a Chaos Dwarf corpse at those guys, and that's the damage it managed to cause. So it's imagine if we actually get a proper cannonball in here. That would be.
He will basically just specify. I mean, I'm not sure if this is your misunderstanding or Alex misunderstanding.
Huh?
The cannon doesn't fire cannonballs and would not be able to. It literally fires souls.
Oh,
Yeah.
fair enough.
If we put a cannonball in there, it would do shit all, basically.
And when you you literally just shove corpses in a furnace and that fuels it.
Ah, gotcha. It's like, yeah, this thing is puppies powered by souls, although I'm pretty sure you already know that. Yeah, we just put a dwarf corpse in it, and it just managed to do that damage. And she just stops for a moment, just kind of. Oh shit! What if we put like a saint's corpse in it, or like one of those like Sigmar living saints corpses in it, or something? Would that like make a bigger or a smaller boom, do you think?
He's thinking about it, and it would either make a really big explosion, or more likely, it's gonna fucking destroy the cannon, depending on how powerful the demon which is inside the cannon and the
Yeah,
soul of
probably.
the pious person.
Yeah, probably.
Whatever.
This demon is a lot more weaker than I've usually seen of the Chaos Dwarves. Seems like they've been on a bit of a rush here.
Hmm.
Well, cannon still fire.
At this
And just
point,
sort of looks at it, like, proudly, as much as a Skaven can be proud of a cannon it did not make.
I thought that you were going to say that you are going to look at it proudly as if you are the one who made it.
Yeah, that's basically how it's happening, but...
Yes, yes. I'm sure you'll be able to make something just even better in the future.
Didn't ask.
I still
But
said
thanks.
it.
He
Well,
just
why
sort of
don't you?
like looks at the thing and then sort of gets lost in thought for a little bit, and then all of a sudden pops out of his reverie. He's just like, "Does red bird thing know where to find more gunpowder?"
You'll have to pay for that.
Mm, mm, mm. Mane scratches his head. Nonchalantly pulls out the like bloody chalice that the guy probably wanted, knowing that that was what he was after. Thing for info. Just like holds up the chalice offeringly.
He's face palming with all three arms.
Mane just tilts his head in complete and utter confusion and just like turns to fucking
You know,
Sketch. He's just like,
he's gonna,
why bird thing act like that?
Can I make like a lore something roll? Lore theology in my case?
Technically, you didn't overhear the part of the conversation where the guy mentioned that this was basically what he's after or alluded to it.
I mean, fair, but like looking at the
I mean, you did
chalice.
mention it's fine, but yeah, looking at it, roll that with a plus 20 because chaos stuff.
Alright. Roll theology plus 20. Marginal success.
Yeah, it's very much a disease thing. From what you know, you could assume that it's some sort of cauldron which would aid in making more diseases.
Looks like something that could aid in making diseases. Chalice. I think Nurgle cultists use it to make diseases or something. Probably got a lot of magic in it.
Mange don't care. Mange not clan pestilence.
Yeah, fair. I'm not exactly about disease either.
You know, you truly must be blessed by the horned rat to not be dead already from just carrying that around.
Mage looks at the chalice, just sort of like watches the water probably like unnaturally swirling on its own, and then just looks back at him.
Bubbling.
He's just like, yeah, it's just like bubbling. It pops. There's like a little bit that goes on to Mage's cheek. He just licks it off, and they just looks at the guy. He's just like, "What do you mean?"
She just kind of looks at him. And is like, yeah, we don't know how he's alive, but he is alive, and he's really good at staying alive.
Look, does Bird think you want chalice or no?
Well, I could definitely sell it for money, but I've been let's say instructed to arrive here to help your lot.
Mane just sort of like tilts his
Confused.
head, looks at this guy, and just like impatience, less confusion, more impatience, just like get to the point, bird thing.
I wish to aid your flock, and my mission here is to help you deal with the plague doctor, which is currently which I expect will become a bigger problem for you sooner than you think.
Where Mage leave him anyway?
What did you say?
Where did Mange leave him anyway? As he checks his pouch of his last remaining shot of warp shot and powder, and then just sort of curses and squeakish under his breath. If bird thing want help against weird thing, other bird thing, Mange need ammo. We're fine gunpowder.
I'll go and take care of that later. First off, you must know that even you must know that he is not dead, right?
Probably not now. But Mange can go back and shoot him again.
He's smarter than your average Nurgle follower. He actually uses proxies instead of going in himself on these suicidal missions.
Proxies?
He sends other man-things wearing the same clothes as himself, doing his bidding.
Can still go back and shoot him.
You could. But you could also get mauled by the beast of Nurgle.
Mange turns and looks at the rubble building next to him.
And you'd also have a pretty hard time getting back.
Mange can climb fine. Well, not telling me thing I want now. Mange just like silently like puts the chalice back in his backpack, somehow making it so that it doesn't spill randomly just by being in there. By RPG logic.
Yeah. He'll turn around back to Alex and just tell her, would you rather get rid of him or
He's actually really useful. He's a
He-
little. He's a little.
I was not referring to the rat,
Oh. Who?
the doctor.
Doctor. I mean, he's a threat to us, right? Might as well.
He's less insane than you think.
Okay.
Although,
So you're implying he can be reasoned with?
he didn't shoot you on sight now, did he?
Oh, that guy was that guy who wanted the chalice. That's who that was. Okay.
Yes.
Mange looks at
Uh.
Alex and just like face palms himself. Even Mange picked up on that.
Listen, I'm pretty. I'm not smart.
Yeah, no duh. Not even pretty.
What's your actual intelligence? 48. You're fine.
Yeah. I am, but I
Yes, you only have double Mangy's intelligence, or close to that.
Commit to the bit.
You
commit to the bit. She only has one thing on her mind right now. Well, technically two things, huh?
Mange doesn't care. Mange doesn't care.
Anyway, she's just like, yeah. So I'm guessing that shot didn't kill him.
He already mentioned earlier that that probably wasn't him, and it was just a proxy.
A proxy, yeah. Mange, if we give it to him, he'll just fuck off. The chalice.
Why should mange give thing that mange earned took?
You could always make a deal with him for it. I mean, obviously we're stronger than he initially thought. He'd probably pay us not to put up a fight.
The sorcerer nods along with that.
Yeah, he'd probably give us a good chunk of gold or even warpstone.
Look,
can
look,
make the
if
deal
man
with
thing really cares, if bird thing really cares, just take Chalice, give me black powder, me done.
It's like, do you know where some black powder is?
Well, there's another. Well, if you really want your black powder from him, you could also do another thing which would only benefit you.
Okay.
You could simply make a deal, propose to him to spread his diseases.
Okay.
Mange have other goals.
I'm more than sure that he's the only fact on why no one dares touch the river water anymore in here.
Oh, yeah. Definitely. Definitely Nurgle's doing.
And more than anything, he'll be glad for you to field test his diseases by throwing it at people. Also, I'm sure that he'll have some other specific ones for you.
Okay. Mange just stares at him blankly, not getting it at all.
He points his finger at Alex's Slaneshi thing necklace.
More acidic? What? Oh. Oh. I see. I don't know how well that'd work though, because I'd be taking a lot of favor with Nurgle and not the prince. You know, I prefer to keep it between me and the prince.
That's for you to decide.
Strange that slut is looking for a monogamous relationship with God. That was mostly out of character, but so I just had to mention that.
Yeah.
Did you even pick up on that, Fluff?
I did.
Just like, oh, I'll fuck anyone, but when it comes to religion, my God is the only one for me. I won't play around.
But yeah, to round this out shortly, because Nurgle decided to fucking bless me with a neck pain like 1 or 2 hours before the session.
Yeah.
Oh joy.
Yeah.
He you probably didn't even damage him, and it was just one of his proxies. And other than that, you can either try to deal with him the good old-fashioned way, or just make an actual deal with him.
Look, if Man-Thing wants Chalice, Man-Thing will bring offer to Mange. Till then, Mange own Chalice, and Bird-Thing doesn't want Chalice for gunpowder, so Mange keep. Simple as.
Simple as. So it's falling to a flop.
Like Mange doesn't see a reason to go search this guy out when he could be spending his time trying to find gunpowder, which is what he actually needs, because I have literally 1 bullet left.
Yeah, fair.
You do have some gunpowder, but only one for like 1 or 2 crafting sessions.
Yeah, and I want to build up a proper reserve, so that I don't have to worry about my ammo for a little while. Right now, if I do a little bit of crafting, maybe I'll get like 1 more session's worth at best, if I roll well.
He'll just kind of sigh and like, I've got 3 silver shillings and 6 brass pennies. That's all I've got. Can you tell us where the fucking black powder is, please? That's all I have. I can't give you any more. I physically cannot give you any more.
His head will turn 360 degrees, and really quickly say, "Come on, there's the other one thing you could give me," and he's gonna go back to normal and just say, "In the third building down the hall under the floorboards.
Mage
There's a small
immediately
reserve
runs
left
off.
there."
Like, okay, let's go see what's there.
Come, Sketch, let's go! Just like
And if
flies off.
you don't mind me, I would like to take like a 10 or 15-minute break because one water and two food.
Yeah. I get you.
So we are going to be right back, ladies and gentlemen. See you in a short bit.
Be
All right, folks, bit of a change of plans. We are going to probably wrap up at this point because, number one, I mean, Ken's not here, so we can't really meaningfully progress a lot right now. Number two, Marius is not feeling well, and both me and Fluff are insisting that he focus on feeling better first. So,
Yeah. Hmm.
thank you everyone who did drop by. I saw it fun for what we did manage to do. Fluff got to actually roll some dice on his own.
Yeah.
That was the thing.
Oh, that's the thing.
It
Yes,
was.
now you can do that.
He
But with
can
that in
do that
mind,
now.
we're gonna call it for here and now. So I bid you all adieu. Hope you all have a good one. We'll see you next Sunday for Monsters of Morgrim, and 2 weeks from now for another session of this campaign. Till then, take care.
Bye.